This time, I actually hand over to Tutu Soetan, who is our convener, the founder of the Dwelling at Ease, which you should actually go and check out their website, dwellingatease.com, and see exactly what she's been cooking and giving us for the last couple of years. This time, I hand over to Tutu Soetan, founder of Dwelling at Ease, convener of the Stress Management Mastery Program. Tutu, over to you.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you, everyone. It has been an amazing time to be here and the opportunity to be part of this event or to be your host, everyone, today. So can I have my slide on screen? So I'm just going to be going over what we do at Dwelling at Ease and why we have decided to set up this the company. I'll give you a brief background of what Dwelling at Ease and what we do at Dwelling at Ease, and I will be going to some things that I've prepared for us for this event as well. So in terms of my background, I know my background was shared yesterday. I have a brief on my background today. My name is Tutu Soetan, and I'm married to a wonderful husband. I have 2 children, aged 14 and 15. As part of my work experience, I have over 20 years working experience within the investment banking, as well as other organizations, working as a senior consultant within the finance sector and other area within the hospitality industry. In terms of my educational background, I obtained a BSc in information technology and accounting, which is a combined degree, and also a master's in quantitative finance. You would agree that it's nothing to do with what we're doing today. But I believe we have been called to fulfill purpose in life and to impact generations as well. I have other certifications, which I have in addition to my degree. In terms of my contact information, it's there on the screen. I'm the founder of Dwelling at Ease, and you can reach out to me on my mobile. What do I love to do? I love traveling and I love swimming. And as part of my achievement, which I always say, I completed a 26-mile marathon raising fund for charity called Ambitious About Autism in 2012. So, Dwelling at Ease background, what do we do at Dwelling at Ease? Some years ago, I went through a phase. I said this on the call yesterday as well, so I'm just going to paraphrase what we do so I can have time to go over what I've prepared for this event, which is crucial for us to talk about before we round off the event today. So during the period, I went through a phase whereby it was like a roller coaster phase in my life, like Des mentioned that it never ends until you win. Sometimes you think you overcome one stage, and as you overcome, then another thing creeps up. So we just have to keep going. We must not give up. So at that point, I was looking for solution. I was in their need of solution to what I was going through at the time. Everything looked okay, everything looked fine, everything looks phenomenal on the outside, but inwardly there were questions in my head that I couldn't answer. And what are those questions? The questions were around my relationship, it was around my finances, and it was around my health, and it was around my career. So I had to make a decision, and I had to make a wise decision. I started reading books. I started going through trying to meet different people and contacting different people where I could find solution. And at that point in time, I realized that solution is not in reading books. It is about techniques and it is about strategies, which if you are if you're not enlightened, or if you're not wise enough, if you don't speak to the right people, you cannot get these thing out of life. You can't get anywhere. And as soon as I realized that, I began to implement those strategies and techniques, and it worked wonders. And I said, oh, there would be thousands of people who will be going through the same situation as I was at the time, because I was really down. Majority of the people that knows me would know I was down, even though I don't speak. And then at the time, I realized how support system was important. It's very important to human being and to success. So what are the things that we need to do to achieve success in life? Then I had to put those things together. I started to use strategies and techniques, and those techniques worked for me, and hence Dwelling at Ease was born. And so once the Dwelling at Ease was born, majority of things has changed in my life. We've been impacting people in terms of their career. We've held workshops and seminars on finances. We've held seminars on leadership. And the feedback that we get from this event have been phenomenal over the years as well. And one thing that is very dear to my heart is the stress management and the effect of stress, and the effect of stress on our health and on our mental being. Because at the time, because of the situation I was going through stress, anxiety, I was having panic attacks because I needed a solution. And I said, okay, because of what I went through at the time, I included the stress management as part of what we were doing at Dwelling at Ease. And then because of my career, because I know my career at the time was going downhill, we added career planning to what we're going to help people. So with the career planning, we support people in terms of planning their career, identify what has been wrong, and give them the strategies to be able to step in the right career ladder. For people and for individuals as well. And one thing I did at the time was having a mentor and a coach. We underestimate the power of coaches and the power of mentoring. That cannot be underestimated. I met Des in my quest for a mentor and a coach. And I'm glad that I've been able to, and since then, I'm still with him, and I'm still following him and everything. So that's just how I met Des in my quest for a mentor. I've had one-to-one meetings with with Des in the past as well. And then in terms of having a coach, Des mentioned as well, you can't go through life without having a coach. So majority of what I've become, or majority of what I've been able to achieve, is as a result of having the right coach and the right mentor on my side. So when we talk about finance, I have a mentor, people like Cole. When it comes to career, I have the right people, the right Cole, and Femi Edward is one of them. Femi is very versed and it's very knowledgeable. So that's why we have Femi on here as well as one of our career mentors. And in terms of money management as well, I'm a big spender. Majority of the people that know me, that I am a big spender. I go for the expensive things. I go for high ends, high terms. So, and at the time, one of the things I needed to change in my life was the way my finances was being managed. And that's why we included money management as part of what we do. Because if your finances is not stabilized, is going to affect other part of your life. And one of the things that's mentioned is, we are saying, we do hear this phrase that money cannot buy happiness. But I tell you, when you are in debt, it doesn't buy happiness either. So, and for you to live the kind of life that you would love, to give your family the best of life, you need to be in a good situation regarding your finance. So hence why we have money management as part of the model that we offer and at Dwelling at Ease. And in terms of leadership, before I started holding managerial position, it was fine. But as soon as I started going up the ladder in my career, when I started to sit down on the boardroom where budget are being have been approved, or where I have to put a budget forward and the team will have to approve it, I realized that I needed another set of skills to be able to achieve that. And I struggled at the time because I wasn't trained, or I didn't have enough knowledge to be leading team. I was leading a team of 14. And I thought, oh, these are the things I should have learned. And it is important that we have the right leadership skills. And then we had an event on leadership at some point as well, where we talked about self-leadership. So you would be amazed how important it is to have leadership skills, not even in terms of career, not at work, but as an individual. You lead a family as a man, as a woman, as a wife, or a mother. You need to be able to lead yourself as well as the family. So this is everything that we do at Dwelling at Ease. But what do I want to talk about today as part of the stress management program that we're doing today is the power of auto-suggestion. And this is the area we as human beings has actually not pay attention to before. And I'm going to relate the power of auto-suggestions to fear, anxiety, and depression. What is auto-suggestion? I'm not sure if anyone has heard the word auto-suggestion before. If you have, I want you to put something in the chat. Okay, let's talk about it. If you've heard about auto-suggestion before, just put something in the chat. Let's hear from you. I want to hear from you, please. Yeah. Okay, I can see Femi. Yes. All right. Okay, yes. Thank you, everyone. I can see Patricia commenting. Auto-suggestion, yes. So it is a form of self-induced suggestion in which individuals guide their own thought, feelings, or behavior. So we have a lot of suggestion in our brain. These suggestions, they're placebo effect, which makes things to be real, whereas they're unreal. And everything we become in life is as a result of the suggestion we have in our head, right? We suggest things to ourselves. We hear about things and then we just assume that those things will happen to us, or we hear things. So that's why sometimes when we hear about guard your heart with all diligence, because out of it flows the issues of life, that is auto-suggestions. And we think about what has happened to us. As a result of that, we get so stressed because we think it's going to happen. And if you feed your mind with a situation, with an issue, at some point, whatever it is you're feeding your mind with, it is going to happen at some point. So because I know we have Julie on board, so I'm going to be quick to run this over. So what am I trying to say? Life is what you make. You make it. Always has been and always will be. Whatever you think about yourself, whatever fear, whatever anxiety that you have, if you keep nurturing it, and you allow it to have a placebo effect on your life or on your mind, it's going to come to pass. Okay, so be careful what sort of suggestions, what you think about that brings fear, that brings anxiety, or that brings depression into your life. Guard your heart. Do not get stressed because of the suggestion that comes to your mind. And one of the things is, everything that happens to human being, you are not the first and you're not going to be the last. And what am I trying to say? So if you allow yourself to be brought down by the power of auto-suggestions, by allow things to go through your brain, things that are not real, things that are unreal, to affect you and cause stress, it is not advisable. So we need to deal with our thought on that side of things. And well, I want to use an example of an auto-suggestions. I'll just make it. So a at some point when one of the issues I experienced was when I was going through the issue, I was just thinking, oh, am I going to be rich? Am I going to ever have money? If I don't have money, this is the things that's going to happen. And I was so stressed. Will I be able to pay my bills? What if my bills come and I'm unable to pay? And this thought filled my mind, and I was going down and my heart was beating. Not because there was no way, or not because I couldn't get other means of paying my bills, but because of the thought that crowded my brain at the time. I just couldn't think. So when you allow yourself to be filled with negative thought, it pulls you down and it causes stress. So how do you relieve the stress? Number one, we talked about visualization, the power of visualization. So what is visualization? Is begin to see what you want to be. That even when you have those thoughts in your brain, when you have those thoughts in your head, visualize the solution and work towards the solution as well. And then the power of affirmation. Affirmations, I do not joke with it. When you repeat something on a daily basis, what happens? It becomes real. So use the power of affirmation. I'm going to post some affirmations that I use on the chat. Say good things to yourself. Say positive things to yourself. If you don't have money, say I have money. Like Des said, I've written mine down, how much I want to be making at the end of each month, and I believe it's going to come to pass. Stick it to the wall and make it happen. Thank you for listening. I'm happy to be your host today. Thank you. That's it from me for today. Thank you, everyone, for listening.
Thank you, Tutu.
Thank you.
The founder of Dwelling at Ease and the convener of the Stress Management Mastery Program. Thank you so much. Like we did say a little earlier, you can visit their website. It's dwellingatease.com.